following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
Kicks and finds Johnson for two.
Time. Let's head up to the broadcast booth for the pregame show right now on Magnitude Sports.
All right, welcome. We are live here. Let me turn on my mic. All right, welcome. We are live here at the XL Energy Center here on court number 2, section 4, seats 4 and 5. No, 7 and 8, excuse me. On the side of the XL Energy Center, where the Colorado Avalanche would score twice and the Minnesota Wild would shoot once. Like I said, we're just 4 rows up from where the glass would be if there was a hockey game happening here at the XL Energy Center. And I will admit, I've been wanting to say something like that for a long time, and I finally got the chance to say it. So pretty proud about that. So outside of that, even though a majority of our listeners are probably Minnesota Wild fans and they just tuned out because I said that, we welcome you here to the XL Energy Center for this consolation round matchup here between the Barnesville Trojans and the Plaine Tigers. Plaine Tigers falling yesterday to Concordia Academy in, I believe it was 3-1, if I remember correctly. I forgot to bring that particular sheet of paper with me. But they are 25-7 coming into this matchup with the Barnesville Trojans. They were 10-1 in section play this year, 6-0 in conference. They're out of the Minnesota River Conference, out of Section 2A North. And then on the road this year, they were undefeated at 5-0. At home, they were 9-1. And coming into tonight's matchup, they have 11 wins and 6 losses on a neutral court. Their QRF ranking is 61, or let's try it again. The QRF ranking is 165.6. It ranks them 7 out of 124 schools in AA and 28 out of 404 in the state. For the Belle Plaine High School Tigers would not see their first loss of the season until the Burnsville tournament on September 23rd. They'd have a 5-setter to start off the season against New Prague out of 6 AAA on August 22nd. They'd win that 3-2. They would sweep their next 6 opponents, including Waterville, Elizen, Morristown, Simley, Leicester Prairie, Mankato East, Le Sueur Henderson, and then they would pick up a 5-set win over Watertown Mayor on September 20th. They would go into the Burnsville tournament on September 23rd, pick up a 2-0 win over Mounds Park Academy, lose back-to-back games by the score of 2-1 to Albany and Cannon Falls. Cannon Falls, another state tournament representative out of 1AA, by the way. And then after the loss to Cannon Falls, they'd pick up 2 wins, 2-1 over Caledonia and 2-1 over Concordia Academy to wrap up the Burnsville tournament. They would go back home and fall in a sweep to Southwest Christian on Tuesday, September 27th. Bounce off that with 5 wins in a row, 3-1 over Mayor Lutheran, Mankato West, and Norwood Young American, and then 3-0 over Tri-City United and Jordan. And Mayor Lutheran is another state tournament representative, only they are in 2 single A in the other bracket. After the 3-0 win over Jordan on October 11th, they would come back home. Actually, no, it would not be a home game. It would be a tournament invite at Bloomington Jefferson. They would fall in the first match of that invite 2-0 to Novo Classical Academy, and then pick up 2-0 wins over Park of Cottage Grove and Mound Westonka, and a 2-1 win over Glencoe Silver Lake. And then after that tournament, they would go on the road, take on Sibley East, and sweep them 3-0 on October 18th. And that would take them into the Chaska Invite on October 24th, where they would play 3 matches, pick up 2 wins, 2 losses, a 2-1 win over Edina, followed by a 2-0 loss to Champlain Park, a 2-1 loss to Stewartville, and a 2-0 win versus Bethlehem Academy. Moving into the 2A section playoffs, they'd pick up a 3-0 sweep at home over Sibley East on October 27th. A 3-2 five-setter over Norwood Young American in the quarterfinals. A 3-1 win over Southwest Christian in the semifinals / 2A subsection championship. And then a 3-1 win in the section championship game over Waterville, Ice, and Morristown on Saturday, November 5th. So they come into this matchup winning 5 of their last 6 as they lost yesterday to Concordia Academy here at the state tournament. So, and of course, if you tuned in yesterday, Barnesville would fall short to the number 1 seed in the tournament, Pequot Lakes, in a 3-0 sweep. 25-20, 25-18, and 25-15 were the final scores in Barnesville's game yesterday. And we'll see if they can bounce back and get a win here today or not. They are in their white jerseys with purple numerals and lettering on the right-hand side of the net. And the looks like we got the wrong emblem up there for, let's see if I can get that changed.
The following is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network.
All right, we will, don't know how that, everything's right on all other screens. I don't know why the Pequot Lakes logo is showing up on the screen, but I promise you they're playing the Belle Plaine Tigers. So I'm going to turn off the microphone for a moment, and I'm going to see if I can get that changed or not. And we'll be back in just a moment. All right, there we go. Now we got it changed. I had to do some last second thinking on getting that one changed. So we'll turn it over to the PA announcer, let her talk a little bit, and then I'll just make sure everything else is looking good.
The Section 8 champions, the Trojans of Barnesville High School, and the number 2 champions, the Tigers of Belle Plaine High School. Now let's meet the starters from both teams, and we're going to start with the visitors from Barnesville. Let's start with the libero, 5'5" senior, number 3, Sydney Strand. A 5'4" junior defensive specialist, number 4, Kennedy Gray. And playing on the right side at 5'7" and a junior, number 5, Amelia Newell. The setter for the Trojans is a 5'7" senior, number 7, Rumley Bieber. A 5'7" senior outside hitter, number 10, Mackenzie Scogan. A 5'8" middle hitter and a senior, number 11, Emily Smith. And a 6' senior middle hitter, number 15, Emily Riddle. The coaching staff for Barnesville, the head coach is Megan Askegaard. Assistant coaches, Taylor Carter and Maisie Bird, and student manager, Abby John. Now let's meet the starters for the home team from Belle Plaine. The libero is a 5'6" sophomore, number 2, Brooke Burgomaster. A 5'6" senior defensive specialist, number 5, Kenzie Nordby. A 5'10" sophomore middle hitter, number 7, Ellie Martin. Also a middle hitter at 5'11" and a junior, number 8, Braxton Meyer. Playing the right side and also setting at 5'10", a sophomore, number 9, Rachel Johnson. The center for the Tigers is a 5'6" senior, number 10, Mackenzie Schwitzenberg. And a 5'10" senior outside hitter, number 11, Brianna Swenson. The head coach for Belle Plaine is Haley Fogarty. Assistant coaches, Caitlin Gates and Kellen Bergs. Student managers, Jenna Adamitz and Mackenzie Carlson. The officials for this match are Davis Lampa and Darren Sheldon. Line judges, Brenda Holmgren and Pat Sewell. Okay, Trojans and Tigers, let's play some volleyball!
All right, we're ready to go. Once again, the Barnesville Trojans on the right-hand side of the net in their white jerseys with purple numbers and lettering with black trunks and white knee bands. The libero, Sydney Strand, will check in the purple jersey with white numbers and lettering and the black shorts. And over on the left-hand side of the net is the Belle Plaine Tigers. They are in red jerseys with black numbers outlined in white with black shorts and white knee bands. And the libero is in a black jersey with red numbers and lettering outlined in white and black shorts and white knee pads. And it looks like Belle Plaine will get the first serve. And we're ready to go here. There's the opening whistle, and the opening serve is underway from Mackenzie Switchenberg. Middle of the net attack, Emily Smith, and a whistle, and it is a net violation on Belle Plaine. And
to the west side of the center court, to court number 1. We are now ready to begin the Class 2A.
We'll turn down the PA announcer. She announces the announcements for the other match on court number 1. Serve came from Mackenzie Scogan. It's over, and it falls down for a point for Belle Plaine. So now it's 1-1. And going back to serve here for the Belle Plaine Tigers is number 11. It is Brianna Swenson. Serve is over as Beaver will set it up to the near pin. Tipped and blocked at the net there on the duel of Ellie Martin and Rachel Johnson. Now back over to the Tigers. They'll back set it to Johnson. That one's down to the floor for a kill, and Rachel Johnson gets the first kill. A sophomore right side hitter slash setter for the Belle Plaine Tigers, and they'd be the Tigers taking the lead at 2-1. Serve is over, sent right back to Barnesville libero, number 2, Brooke Burgermeister. No, check that, number 2 or 12. Let me double check the jersey number. Yep, it was Burgermeister. She will be the libero. She's a sophomore defensive specialist for the Tigers. And I didn't see who got the kill, but the Tigers score again, and it's now 3-1. So after Barnesville taking a 1-0 lead, Belle Plaine has scored 3 in a row. Going back to serve here is Mackenzie Switchberger. High serve from the middle of the service line is over. Dug out by Scogan, set by Beaver, and the set went out of bounds, and Emily Smith couldn't catch after it, and it'll be 4-1 now in favor of the Belle Plaine Tigers. I tried to look up some information on Barnesville, but Google was not very helpful. I was trying to see how the Barnesville volleyball team did last time they were at state, if they won, lost, 1-2, lost 1, lost 1, 1-2, or whatever the case may be, but I was not able to figure that out. All I know is that it's been 39 years since Barnesville has been in the state tournament. And the Barnesville community would love to see the Trojans get a win here, but right now they're down 4-2 on an attack out of bounds for the Belle Plaine Tigers. And now on the serve there was Emily Smith. Emily Smith. Now the Trojans get it back. Middle of the net attack is through the blockers and down for Emily Riddle. And that is a kill, and now the Trojans have cut it to within a point. As it's 4-3 in favor of the Belle Plaine Tigers, and Emily Smith back to serve. Here, the senior middle hitter for the Trojans. Standing serve from the middle of the service line is over. First contact by Swenson. Now a far side attack is over, dug out by Scogan. Sent over in two by Beaver. Belle Plaine had trouble controlling that one. Sent it over. Scogan dug it out. Now Belle Peterson on an attack. Nice dig out there near the floor. They'll set up for a near side attack, and it's a kill for Johnson. Rachel Johnson gets her second kill, and it's 5-3. And now that they're done with the introductions, we can turn our background mic back on a little bit here for you. 5-3 as Burgermeister, the libero, serves it over from the middle of the service line. Riddle on the attack, blocked back over to the Trojans. Now Belle Peterson bumps a free ball over. It'll be set up for the middle of the net attack, and that's blocked at the net by Emily Riddle. Nice job on the swing there by Braxton Meyer. Into the net, it's an attack error and a point for Barnesville. That's the second attack error of the game here for the Belle Plaine Tigers. And Barnesville's within a point. Serves it over. Johnson makes first contact. Now on the third touch, Johnson sends it back over to Barnesville. Belle Peterson bumps it over on the third touch, and now they'll set it up for a far side attack, and it's out of bounds. And a point for Barnesville, and we're tied at 5. And you know, they were tied at 5 in sets 1 and 2 yesterday against Pequot Lakes too. Let's see if Barnesville can take advantage of this opportunity here. And they do take the lead. I didn't see who got the kill as I was writing down the score for the last one. But the Trojans have scored 3 in a row to take a 6-5 lead now here over the Belle Plaine Tigers. It'll be Sydney Strand on the serve. Oh, I take that back. It's not Sydney Strand. It's actually Amelia Newell on the serve. My apologies. Nearly an ace, but Belle Plaine, and now it's blocked at the net. Emily Riddle give the assist to Rumley Beaver. (7-5). Barnesville has scored 4 in a row. At one point, they were down 5-3, and now they're up 7-5. Make that 8-5. And the points keep coming here for the Barnesville Trojans. Another attack here into the net there for the Tigers. 8-5 as Newell serves again. That serve is over. Burgermeister makes first contact. Johnson with the attack. It's just inside the antenna as it goes over. Here's Belle Peterson on the return attack. They'll control it. Far side attack is down for the kill. Nice job there by Paige Ackerman, a junior outside hitter for the Belle Plaine Tigers, to get the serve back to the team in red. Once again, the Tigers in red with black numerals outlined in white. The libero in black with a red numeral outlined in white. Trojans in white with a libero in purple. Standing serve is over. Just barely made it over, but it goes out of bounds. She served it from the near side and went over the net and out of bounds on the far side. It's a service error that gives Barnesville a 9-6 lead. Near side attack is down, and that is a kill for Braxton Meyer, a junior middle hitter. 9-7 is our score. Going back to serve here for the Tigers is Kenzie Nordby, a senior defensive specialist. Nordby standing serve is over. First contact made, and it's an ace serve for Nordby. And it's 9-8 after the ace serve. Kaylee Olsen makes first contact on the third touch. Riddle sends it back to the Tigers. Now they set it up for a far side attack, and it is down for the kill. The referee was in my way. I think it went off the foot of one of the Barnesville players in that back corner there, but I couldn't quite see who that Barnesville player was. So now we are tied at 9 here after an ace serve and a kill into the far corner. And an out of bounds on a service error gives Barnesville the lead back. It's 10-9. So now it's Sydney Strand to serve. First trip to the service line this, what are we at? I can say this evening. I can say that today. A little bit after 5 o'clock local time here. Here's Kenzie Scogan sending it back. Tigers have it. 10-foot line attack is over, and it's off the fingertips of Emily Smith on the swing by Rachel Johnson. And Rachel Johnson will get the kill, and we are tied at 10 as a result. Three ties. The match is tied at 1, 9, and 10 so far. Serve is over. Now Kennedy Gray will send it back to the Tigers. Tigers will set it up for a far side attack through the blockers. Nice job by Kaylee Olsen to keep that one alive. 2 touches later, it's back over to the Tigers. They send it back over to the Barnesville Trojans now. They'll set it up for Kenzie Scogan near side out of bounds, and that is a point for the Tigers. And the Tigers will take the lead at 11-10 here on the Ratzel's Pool Hall scoreboard on the attack error out of bounds by the swing by Kenzie Scogan. And right now we have a little bit of a delay in the action as the junior middle hitter number 8, Braxton Meyer, is looking carefully for the ball in the curtain that separates courts 1 and 2. Now she has the ball. Jump serve is over. Second touch, Beaver sets it up, sent over there by Emily Smith. Controlled off the net for the Tigers. They send it right back to Barnesville. Beaver sets it up, middle of the net. Emily Smith, and nice recovery there by Rachel Johnson. They send it back over to the Trojans. Tipped over. Nice job. The volley continues. Tigers side of the net. Couldn't get it through the blockers. Stays on Belle Plaine side of the net. 10-foot line attack is over. Dug out by Sydney Strand in front of the back line. And now into the net on the attack is Emily Smith, and it's a point for the Belle Plaine Tigers, and it's 12-10 in favor of the Tigers. Jump serve from Braxton Meyer is over. Middle of the net attack for Emily Smith, and there's a whistle and a net violation on Barnesville. 13-10 now here after the Trojans scored to make it 10-9. Belle Plaine has scored 4 in a row. Sent back over here by the Trojans. Now Belle Plaine will go on the attack. Far side through the blockers. Tip kept alive by Barnesville. Scogan on the attack. Tries to lock one over. Back in 2. Back in 1. Joust for it at the net. It's on the Tigers side of the net after all that commotion. And now it's back over to Barnesville. Beaver will set it up. Scogan near side attack. It was tipped as it came over the net. And Scogan will get the point for Barnesville to cut the lead down to 2. It's 13-11. Back to serve now is Rumley Beaver. Has an assist on a block so far, and this is her first serve of the evening. Far near side attack, I should say, goes out of bounds, or was it tipped? No signal yet from the referee, and they are awarding the point to Belle Plaine. So that will be a kill for Ellie Martin. Initially, they thought the ball may have been out of bounds, and I think the discussion was on if whether or not Barnesville tipped it on the way out of bounds, and apparently the referees thought that they did. Jump serve from the middle of the net from Switchberger is over. Middle of the net attack, Emily Smith, dug out nicely there by Rachel Johnson. Now Johnson sends it back on the third touch. Beaver sets it up, middle of the net attack is blocked at the net on the attack by Emily Smith by the opposite number 11, Brianna Swenson. 15-11 in favor of the Belle Plaine Tigers. A kind of a a double jump serve. Oh my goodness, how did Barnesville dig that one out? It didn't matter. Oh, it's going to be a net violation on Belle Plaine, but holy croly. Rachel Johnson just, that out of every kill attempt I've seen in my career of volleyball, that was a laser beam to the floor, and the official standing on the chair and kind of in front of me off to my right was kind of blocking my view, but it must have, even though it hit the floor, there was a net violation on Belle Plaine, and that gave the point to Barnesville. And now Rachel Johnson will get a kill to give Belle Plaine a 16-12 lead here in the first set. Back to serve this time here is Brianna Swenson. Second trip to the service line. She was 1 for 1 last time she was at the service line. Emily Smith sends it back. Now they'll set it up for a far side attack there for Paige Ackerman. And Ackerman, it was tipped on its way out of bounds, and it's a kill for Ackerman. I got her down for 2 now. 17-12 as the Tigers have built their lead. To 5 at 17-12. Going back to serve now is, I believe this is Swenson, and it was, yep. 3 for 3 serving. Emily Smith sends it back. Swenson digs it out. Tipped over by number 10, a joust at the net. Point Barnesville on the whistle, and they're saying she reached over the net. That's the call. 17-13 now as Barnesville will get the serve back. Goes into the hands of Emily Smith. Emily Smith sends it over. And they'll set it up far side attack. Tipped at the net. Kept alive. Belle Peterson sends it back to the middle. Free ball sent over by Beaver. Dug out by Burgemeister. Now they'll set it up for a middle of the net attack, which was kind of deceiving. Didn't know if it was going to be Martin or Johnson. It was Johnson who pushed it over. And now Johnson on the return feed from Barnesville slams the door and puts it down for a point. And it's 18-13 now in favor of the Belle Plaine Tigers. Serve from Burgemeister is over. Her first trip to the service line. Middle of the net attack, Emily Riddle couldn't get it down. The Tigers kept it alive. Far side attack goes out of bounds. Point Barnesville. Barnesville's within 4. It's 18-14. Second attack error that's gone out of bounds for the Belle Plaine Tigers. They have 4 attack errors total here in the contest. Net violation per side. No touch violations in this contest yet. Amelia Newell, number 5, serves it for the 5th time. Now she's 5 for 5. Here's Johnson sending it back over. Peterson sends it back on the second touch. Tigers will set it up for an attack. Middle of the net, it's over. Dug out by Scogan. Newell will set it up for Peterson, sends it over. Burgemeister will get the first touch. Now here's Johnson, down to the floor for a kill. Rachel Johnson from the near pin gets her 5th kill of the late afternoon, early evening. Once again, you're tuned into a radio broadcast of the Barnesville Trojans and Belle Plaine Tigers loser out AA state tournament action. Best of 5 sets. We're in set 1 right now with the Belle Plaine Tigers leading by 5 at 19-14. Blocked at the net, and Emily Riddle along with Rumley Beaver will team up for another block and assisted block. And it's 19-15. Barnesville to serve. Kennedy Gray sends it over. And Johnson, it was not Johnson. It was actually Braxton Meyer who got the kill as she pounded it right towards the face of Sydney Strand. And Strand couldn't move to her left, couldn't move to her right, and couldn't duck underneath it. And it would go off her hands as the ball went out of bounds, and it'd be a kill for the Tigers. 20-15 now. Serve is over. Strand digs it out. Here's Scogan on the attack. Kept alive by the Tigers. Far side attack is blocked at the net. And it's the same duo, Beaver and Riddle. Block assist. 3 blocks for Emily Riddle. All 3 of those blocks for Riddle assisted. by Rumley Beaver. 20-16 now. Sydney Strand goes back on the serve. 1 for 1 up to this point. It's their second trip and her second serve of the evening. It's over. They'll set up for a far side attack. It's over. And Sydney Strand got the second touch. Are they going to call a lift? Yes, they are. Yep, it'll be a touch violation because she got the palm of her hand under the ball. First touch violation for either team. And Barnesville will take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. It's 21-16 in favor of the Belle Plaine Tigers and set 1 on the Ratsos Pool Hall scoreboard.
Barnesville Cenex is your one-stop shop in Barnesville for gas, snacks, beverages, and more, including fresh Sandy's Donuts each day of the week. Barnesville Cenex has the Caribou Coffee Kiosk open daily as well. Don't forget, you can pick up automobile supplies, and Barnesville Cenex is your hunting and fishing license headquarters. Barnesville Cenex. Call 218-354-2139 or stop in at 619 Front Street North in Barnesville. Barnesville Cenex wishes the Trojans the best of luck in today's game.
All right, welcome back to the XL Energy Center here. The Barnesville Trojans trail the Belle Plaine Tigers 21-16 here in the first set. We're coming out of a Barnesville timeout. Last time the match was tied at 10-10. Bellevue Tigers took the lead at 11-10. They haven't given that lead up yet. Out of bounds on the serve. That's a point for Barnesville, 21-17. Second service error of the evening here for the Tigers. And now Rumley Beaver will serve it for the Trojans. 1 for 1, second trip to the service line, now 2 for 2. And that is going back was Burgermeister, and the free ball back over to the Trojans. Nearly got an ace off that serve. Emily Smith gets the kill, nicely done from the middle of the net. That's her first. 21-18, and suddenly the Trojans are staring down a 3-point deficit, and if they can get another 2 points here before the Tigers score again, that would be big. Here's Scogan on the attack. Tipped as it comes over the net, and Scogan gets the kill. Scogan with the kill, and it's 21-19, and Barnesville's creeping their way back into this one, and now the Belle Plaine Tigers want to take a timeout. We'll let them. We'll be back in a moment here on the Magnitude Sports Network. All right, welcome back. Last time we took a commercial break, the Trojans are down 21-16. And now coming back from this commercial break, the Trojans are down 21-19. They've scored 3 in a row. Coming out of the last 2 timeouts, Barnesville has scored all the points. Rumley Beaver will go back to serve. She'll be in the middle of the service line here. She'll be awarded, and the serve will go up, and it's over the net. Burgermeister makes first contact. They'll set it up. Middle of the net attack is through the blockers and down for Brianna Swenson for the Tigers, and they finally get a point. So we were talking a little bit ago how if Barnesville could score the next 3 before Belle Plaine scored again, that they'd be in good position, and that's exactly what they've done. But now they're going to have to do that again, trailing 22-19. They're down 3. You'd like to see them get 2, if not 3, and tie this one up. Riddle sends it back over. It's controlled by the Tigers. Back set, near side attack. Not through, or wasn't through the blockers. It was through the blockers. And it'll be Rachel Johnson with her 6th kill. 23-19, and now the Trojans have their backs against the wall here against the Belle Plaine Tigers. A double hop serve there from Mackenzie Switchenberg. Comes back over, and it falls to the floor, and it's a point for Rumley Beaver as she caught the Tigers by surprise, pushing it over with 2 hands. 23-20 our score. Back to serve now is Kenzie Scogan. From the near side of the service line, gets one that just barely goes over the tape. Blocked at the net, pushed back over by Emily Smith, back to the Tigers. Tigers will set it up for an attack. Far side, it's over, and it's a kill for Brianna Swenson. And that is set point now for the Belle Plaine Tigers at 24-20 is our score. Kenzie Switchenberg. Take that back, Brianna Swenson, and now Barnesville wants to take a timeout. So 24-20, Barnesville will take a timeout. They had success out of the last 2 timeouts. We'll see if they have more success out of this one. Dean's Bulk Service C-Stores in Barnesville and Sabin are your stops for high-quality Arco gas and diesel fuels, plus a car wash in Barnesville. Don't forget to pick up your favorite snacks and beverages as well. Dean's Bulk Service is your preferred choice for your propane, fuel, diesel, exhaust fluid, and IsoClean certified lubricants for your home, farm, and business. Call them 1-800-548-2799 or visit dbsoil.com to see what they can do for you. All right, welcome back. Set point here for the Tigers. 24-20 is our score. Barnesville football team won last night, 21-0. They move on to the semifinals to play Jackson County Central at US Bank Stadium next Friday night. We'll have that game for you here on Magnitude Sports. And if they can win that game, there's a possibility they'll get a rematch with Chatfield, the team that knocked Barnesville out in the semifinals last year. Only this time, if those 2 teams meet up, it would be in the state championship game. Middle of the net kill for Ellie Martin will wrap up set number 1 for the Belle Plaine Tigers. 25-20 in set 1. The 2 teams will flip-flop sides of the net. And we'll return in a couple minutes here with more here from the XL Energy Center on Magnitude Sports. Be right back.
Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Call, text, email Jack, Rhonda, or Terry with questions and get a quote today. The Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, located at 310 Front Street South in Barnesville, open every day from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., 7 days a week. Burgers, salad, pizzas, sandwiches, they got you covered. Daily specials on all food and beverage items on the menu as well. They're located, once again, 310 South Front Street, Barnesville, 2 blocks from Barnesville Senior High School. Order online, purplegoose2go.com, or text your order to 218-321-1963. All right, 25-20 goes to the Belle Plaine Tigers in set 1 over the Barnesville Trojans. Barnesville Trojans still looking for their first set win here at the state tournament, and they have at least 2 more chances to try and get that one, as they would fall on a sweep to the number 1 seeded Pequot Lakes Patriots yesterday. Like I said earlier, Barnesville, last time their volleyball team made the state tournament was 39 years ago. I'm not going to tell you how old I was when those games were played, but they would certainly love to pick up a match win here, if not a game. Or let's try it again: a set win here, if not a game win, match win here today against the Belle Plaine Tigers. Of course, the loser of this one will see their season come to a conclusion, and the winner will move on to the Consolation Championship tomorrow to play one of 2 teams, and I'm drawing a blank on which 2 teams those 2 teams are. But the Belle Plaine Tigers, 25-7. If they fall short today, their season would come to an end at 25-8. If they win today, they'll move on to the Consolation Championship with a record of 26-7. While Barnesville comes into this matchup with 20 wins, 10 losses, their season could potentially come to an end at 20-11. Or their season could continue at 21-10. So still 2 sets of volleyball to play for sure here. And I think the important thing here for Barnesville is to shake that first set off and make sure they get a win here in set number 2. Don't want to go down 2-0 like you did yesterday, and that's basically solid advice for any volleyball team, regardless if it's regular season, section, or state tournament play. But if you go down one, I think the focus is to win that second set, tie it up, and hope for the best after that. So one set at a time. Looks like Barnesville will get the serve to start set 2, and they will. It'll be Rumley Beaver. She's 3 for 3 from the service line. She has 3 assisted blocks and 1 kill on a surprise pushover on a second touch near the end of that first set. Standing serve is over from the middle of the service line. That one is dug out there by the Tigers. They'll set it up. Near side attack is over. Beaver on the second touch sets it up for Scogan. Scogan over. Burgermeister digs it out. They'll set it up for Johnson, and she gets the kill. Nice job by Rachel Johnson to put the Belle Plaine Tigers on the board here in set number 2. So Belle Plaine strikes first, and it's a service error into the net. And we're tied at 1, and that's exactly how, well, that's actually the opposite of how set 1 started, because it was Barnesville scoring first in the first set. Kenzie Scogan, 2 for 2 serving. This will be her 3rd trip to the service line and her 3rd serve of the evening. That one's over. They'll set it up middle of the net, and now far side attack floats out of bounds. Point for Barnesville. Take that back. They reversed their decision. They're saying it was tipped. And now Rumley Beaver's coming over to talk to the official, and I believe she has a point. From my vantage point, it did not look like anybody from Barnesville touched that ball. I'm not sure what the far side official saw that I didn't. Me and that official are about in the same spot, just on opposite corners of the court. Anyway, standing serve is over, so it's now 2-1 Belle Plaine instead of 2-1 Barnesville. Sent over, Beaver on the bump set. Belle Peterson sends it over. It hit the antenna before it went over, and that's considered out of bounds. And it's now 3-1 in favor of Belle Plaine. So after the 1-1 tie, it is now 3-1 in favor of the Tigers. And serving here is Brianna Swenson. 7 for 7 if that one goes over, and it does. Beaver sets it up for Peterson, dug out by Burgermeister. Now middle of the net attack is into the net on the swing by Ellie Martin. It's an attack error for the Belle Plaine Tigers, and the Barnesville Trojans cut the lead to 1. It's 3-2. Has some Barnesville fans mostly off to my right, some fairly behind me, the Belle Plaine Tiger fans. Majority of them are right across the court from me. That serve from Emily Smith goes over the back line and out of bounds, and it's a service error that gives the Tigers a 2-point advantage at 4-2. I believe we have some coaches or somebody in red for Belle Plaine Tigers off to my left taking stats and notes and stuff like that. Emily Riddle got it through the blockers for a point. 4-3 is our score as Emily Riddle records another kill. Back to serve now is Amelia Newell. Newell serves it over. Burgermeister makes first contact. Middle of the net attack is over, and that one's dug out by Newell. Now Belle Peterson through the blockers and down. We're tied at 4. Belle Peterson was set up by Rumley Beaver over on the far side just in front of the antenna, and she powered it through 2 red jerseys down to the floor. And Amelia Newell now will go back and serve for the 6th time today. She's 5 for 5. No aces for either team yet. Oh, I take that back. Belle Plaine does have 1 ace, and there's an ace for the Barnesville Trojans as they take the lead at 5-4 on an ace serve by Amelia Newell. Serve from Newell is over. Belle Plaine blocked at the net. It hits the line, and it's a point for Barnesville. Emily Riddle put that block right on the white tape on the far side of the court. It's her 4th block. The first 3 were assisted. This is a solo block from Rumley Beaver. And now the two officials are going to get together, and I don't know. I mean, that official did have a better view than I did, but it certainly looked like it hit the line here. We'll see if they reverse the point or not. They are going to reverse the point. I don't agree with that, but it is what it is. So instead of Barnesville leading 6-4, it is now a 5-5 tie. Jump serve is over there from Kenzie Nordby. Now Belle Peterson on the attack. Nice dig out there by, I believe that was Johnson, and it was. Sent back over to the Trojans now. Beaver will set it up, middle of the net attack for Emily Riddle. She gets the point. 6-5, Barnesville has the lead. Barnesville had the lead at 1-0 and at 10-9 back in set one, but that was the only two leads that they had. And now leading 6-5, it's their first lead of set number 2. Kennedy Gray to serve. It's her, unless I missed one earlier, it's her first trip to the service line tonight. And that one's blocked out of bounds. It'll be a kill for the Tigers. No, check that. They're going to award the point to the Barnesville Trojans. It's going to be a net violation on the Tigers. Second net violation of the match here for Belle Plaine, as Kennedy Gray sends the serve over. They'll set it up for a near side attack. Sending it over is Paige Ackerman, kept alive by Barnesville. Now Scogan from the 10-foot line sends it over. Burgermeister makes first contact. The attack is over and down off the hands of Kennedy Gray on the swing and the attack and kill by Rachel Johnson. 7-6 now. As Barnesville hangs on to a 1-point lead, but Kenzie Nordby will go back. I think that's number 5. Yes, it is. She'll go back and serve it. 4 for 4 up to this point. I take that back. 3 for 4. She had one service error. And it's an ace serve for Kenzie Nordby. That ties us up at 7 now on the ace serve. Tied at 1-4, 5, and 7 here in the second set. Ball goes back over to the Tigers. They set it up for a near side attack. Inbounds. Nicely done there by Brianna Swenson. Her third kill. And now the Bellevue Tigers take the lead at 8-7. Nordby will serve again. Serve is over. Emily Riddle sends it back and bumps it over the back line, and it's a point for the Belle Plaine Tigers, 9-7. At one point, Barnesville is leading 7-5. Belle Plaine has now scored the next 5 points to take a 9-7 lead. Scogan sends it back over, dug out by Burgermeister. Now will be set up to the back pin for an attack. Kaylee Olsen. And there was a confused whistle. It's a net violation on who? It's a net violation on Barnesville and a timeout. The point goes to Belle Plaine. It's 10-7. They've scored 5 in a row from trailing 5-7, now leading 10-7. We'll take a timeout. Be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
10-7, the Bellevue Tigers lead here in set 2. They lead the match 1-0. It's Kenzie Nordby on the serve. She served the last 4, including this upcoming serve would be the 4th serve at this particular trip to the service line. It'll be her 7th serve of the night. Standing serve is over. Dug out by Kaylee Olson. Beaver chases after it, and Kennedy Gray sends it over. Dug out by Burgemeister. Now near side attack. Couldn't see who it was through the official, but Barnesville controls it. Kenzie Scogan on the third touch sends it back over. And now middle of that attack. Kenzie Scogan digs it out. Beaver sends it back over and down. And they were not expecting that. Beaver, the senior setter, everybody in red was looking at Beaver as if she was going to set that ball up for one of the attackers, and then she just sent the ball over, and instead of a tip over, she went up like an outside hitter and pounded it down to the floor. Nicely done there by Rumley Beaver. 10-8, and now it's 11-8. Back-to-back points here, traded. But that point by Rumley Beaver stopped a 5-point run by Belle Plaine. 11-8 here in set 2. The jump serve is in the net, and the Barnesville Trojans get the point on the service error. Barnesville, no service errors. I take that back, 1 service error. And Belle Plaine with 3. Rumley Beaver back to serve. It's her 5th serve of the night. 4 for 4 so far. Serve is over. Just down for an ace. Barnesville's trimmed the lead to 1. It's 11-10 in favor of the Belle Plaine Tigers, and Beaver with that ace serve. Sends over another serve. Middle of that attack. Nice dig out there by Kennedy Gray. Now a free ball sent over by Strand. Belle Plaine goes on the attack, far side over. Strand has to chase after it, and it's going to one bounce into the boards here at the blue line at the XL Energy Center. And I am referencing the hockey blue line. And it's 12-10 now. Belle Plaine with the serve. Jump serve from the middle of the service line is over and down for an ace. Let's see who served that one up. It was number 10. That was Mackenzie Switchenberg, excuse me. 5 for 5 with an ace serve now for Switchenberg. 13-10. As the 1-point lead has grown back to 3. Kennedy Gray on the second touch. Now Strand sends a free ball over. Burgemeister will make first contact. They'll set it up, far side attack. Nice dig out by Strand. Beaver pushes it back over in 2. Burgemeister controls it. Set up for the middle of the attack. Dug out by Kennedy Gray. Just for it at the net. Blocked by Emily Smith. Back over to the Tigers. And now they'll send it back over. Nice dig out there by Beaver. Scogan goes on the attack. And there's a whistle and a point. And what's the call? A lift, a touch violation on Barnesville. That's their second one of the match. 1 in set 1, 1 in set 2. Serve goes back over to the Tigers, or I should say stays with the Tigers. Nearly an ace serve there, but Barnesville will recover. Back over to the Tigers now. Tack, block. It came off the block on the right hand of Emily Smith, and it will be a kill for Rachel Johnson. And Rachel Johnson, I have her down for 10 kills already. She is a sophomore for the Belle Plaine Tigers. 15-10. So I fill out my stat sheet here, and I look up and somebody scored a point, and who scored it? I missed it. Barnesville got it, 15-11. Kenny Gray checks out. Belle Peterson checks back in. Kenzie Scogan to serve. Serve is over. Now set up for middle in that attack. Scogan digs out that attack. Beaver will set it up for Belle Peterson. And through the blockers, but kept alive. Tigers will go on the attack now. Through the blockers, nice job by Rumley Beaver as Strand puts it back in the middle of the court, and Emily Smith sends over a free ball. Now a chance for the Tigers to go on the attack, and they will do so successfully as Brianna Swenson gets the kill. And it's 16-11 now in favor of the Belle Plaine Tigers. Belle Plaine, there's no S in that. Belle Plaine Tigers. There's an S in Tigers. That's the only S in the entire team name. Standing serve from Brianna Swenson is over. Barnesville will control it, send a free ball back. Tigers have the ball on their side of the net. And now a whistle. And it's going to be a kill for Brianna Swanson. I thought for a moment that maybe somebody went into the net, but it is now 17-11. Barnesville's going to have to start scoring some points here if they want a chance at winning this second set. Here's Belle Peterson, sends it over. They're down by 6 right now. You don't want to get down by much more than that, and they're going to get down by 7. 18-11. I didn't see who got the kill there. As once again, the official on the chair is kind of blocking my view of the middle inside corner of the net. Standing serve is over. Dug out by Scogan. Beaver will set it up. Backside attack for Emily Smith. And Emily Smith will get the net. Get the kill. 18-12 now. Emily Smith with the serve. And another kill, this one for Belle Peterson. 18-13. Emily Smith will go back to serve. Standing serve from the near side of the service line is over. Here's the attack and dug out by Scogan. And a whistle, and what's the call? The point goes to Belle Plaine, but what's the call? Another net violation on Barnesville. I didn't see it, but I was looking at the back line when the whistle was blown, so very well could have been a net violation. 19-13 our score. Serve is over and down for an ace. Another ace for Belle Plaine. That is their third ace of the match. From 3 different players. Last one from Burgermeister. Burgermeister serves it over again. And blocked at the net. Scogan keeps it alive. Beaver sends it over. Tigers will control it. Near side attack is over. Dug out by Scogan. Joust for it at the net. Riddle pushes it back over. Burgermeister will control, and now sending it back over. Dug out by Beaver. Newell will set it up for Peterson. Peterson sends it over. Tigers control it. They'll go on the attack. And a nice dig out by Sydney Strand. And a nice job on the opposite side of the net by Braxton Meyer to get the block and put that ball to the floor for another point. And they have gone up. They have gotten a big lead. They are up by 8 right now, and Barnesville wants to take a timeout and talk it over. We'll let them do that. We'll be back in a moment here on Magnitude Sports. Are you looking to buy or sell your home? Maybe you need a summer getaway. Contact Josh Wiechek, your local hometown licensed real estate agent with Priority Real Estate in Barnesville. Josh will assist you in finding a new home for you and your family. Whether it's a pre-existing home or a lot available to build your own dream home, call or text Josh today, 218-790-2477. Priority Real Estate, wishing the Trojans the best of luck in today's game. All right, welcome back. XL Energy Center. State Volleyball Tournament. AA loser out action here between the Barnesville Trojans and the Belle Plaine Tigers. Belle Plaine falling to Concordia Academy yesterday, and Barnesville falling to the number 1 seed, the Pequot Lakes Patriots. Matter of fact, Concordia Academy was ranked 5, and they upset the 4 seed, Belle Plaine, no S. We talked about that already. Serve is over. Peterson shoves it back over to the Tigers. Tigers will set it up for middle of the net attack. Through the blockers and down, it's Braxton Meyer with the kill, her 4th. And it's a 22-13 lead here for the Belle Plaine Tigers. It's been a rough set and a half, almost 2 sets here for the Barnesville Trojans. They face the 1 seed. Today they face the 4 seed. If they can't pull off a win here, their season will come to a conclusion. Back set attack, blocked at the net. Emily Riddle will get the block. Somebody got the assist, but Riddle got most of that block. And the Trojans will get the serve back. It'll go into the hands of Amelia Newell. 1, 2, 3, 5 blocks for Emily Riddle as Newell's serve is over. Middle of the net attack is over. Newell will dig it out. Beaver will set it up. Far side pushed over by Belle Peterson. Down to the floor for the kill. Belle Peterson with her 3rd kill of the evening. 22-15. Still a big hill to climb. We'll see how many of these points they can get back. Newell serves it over again. And she serves it for an ace. Amelia Newell picks up her 2nd ace of the match. (22-16). Newell, slight jump serve over. Burgermeister will control it. Now they'll set it up. Far side attack for Johnson, gets the kill. Rachel Johnson has been a spark plug for the offense here for the Belle Plaine Tigers in these first 2 sets. I don't see that fading away unless they don't play her, but I would doubt that that would happen. Slight delay in the action here as the ball has gone underneath the media table right along the court, and they finally found it. And now going back to serve for the Tigers is Rachel Johnson, the sophomore. Johnson will bounce it a couple times, walk up, middle of the service line, serve is over, dug out by Strand. Beaver will set it up for Emily Riddle, and she soars it out of bounds. And it's set point here for the Belle Plaine Tigers. Standing serve is over. Actually, it's more of a hop serve from the middle of the service line. Holy smokes, Belle Peterson popped that one right into the chest of Rachel Johnson for the kill. 24-17, still set point. Serve is over. Sent over, nice dig out there by Kaylee Olsen and tipped down in the middle of the net there by Braxton Meyer. And that'll do it for set 2 as Belle Plaine takes a 2-0 lead here in the match. 25-20 and 25-17, your finals in sets 1 and 2. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with set 3 and a must-win to keep the Trojan season going here when we return after this here on Magnitude Sports.
Established in 1989, the charitable mission of the Barnesville Booster Club is to support local charities and organizations, especially those involving kids and youth. Learn more about the Barnesville Booster Club by following the Barnesville Booster Club Facebook page, where you can get more information on member drives, upcoming events, and more. You can also learn more by contacting the Barnesville High School office, and the Barnesville Booster Club can also be followed on Twitter. The Barnesville Booster Club wishes the Trojans the best of luck this sports season. Go Trojans!
Ratzo's Pool Hall. You can find them at 205 Front Street in Barnesville. When you head over to Ratzo's Pool Hall, expect cold beverages, tasty and crispy pizza, as well as a friendly staff. Search for Ratzo's Pool Hall on Facebook, give the page a like and follow so you can keep up to date with all the daily specials, new menu additions, and dates of special events such as karaoke and musical artists. Don't forget, if the Barnesville Trojans are playing, you can watch the game at Ratzo's Pool Hall. They invite you to stop by after the game. 205 Front Street in Barnesville, Ratzo's Pool Hall. Just a fun little place in a small town.
Barnesville Internet is keeping residents connected with even faster speeds, up to 1 gig. Our symmetrical system means you can upload data at the same speed that you download. Everyday activities are quicker and hassle-free. From streaming movies in HD to video meetings with coworkers, playing online games, or saving files on the cloud. Speed matters, and so does great customer service. You've got them both with Barnesville Internet. Call or stop by today. And let's get started.
Newell set it up near side. Lexi Ballgreen kick, and it's a kill for Ballgreen. That pulls the Barnesville Trojans within a point. They get the serve back. Quest works out of the shotgun again. He's looking deep, and he's got a man with a little bit of room. It bounces off the back of the net of a Barnesville Trojan, and it's intercepted. Gannon Ballgreen will get the deflected pass.
Intercepted on the deflection by number 6, Gannon Ballgreen.
All right, welcome back. Set 3 about to get started here. 25-20 and 25-17. Sets 1 and 2. Both of them going to the Belle Plaine Tigers. The two teams will flip sides of the net. Belle Plaine Tigers in red on the left-hand side. Barnesville in white on the right-hand side of the net. As we get ready to start set 3 in this, if Barnesville cannot win this set, it'll be the final set of the season for the Barnesville Trojans. Right now, Concordia Academy is playing Pequot Lakes. Pequot Lakes just won the second set by the score of 25-19, and they have a 2-0 lead in that match. So the number 1 seed is a set away from the state championship game. Keep you posted on that one throughout the duration of our broadcast here. Serve is over. Barnesville receives the serve. And Beaver sends it back over. Controlled now here by the Tigers. Far side attack is over and down, and that is Brianna Swenson with the kill, and it's 1-0 Belle Plaine. Serve will go into the hands of Mackenzie Switchenberg. I want to say thanks to one of the radio guys for Belle Plaine for helping me out with a couple of the names on the Belle Plaine roster. Blocked at the net. Amelia Newell went up for the attack, but right there was Rachel Johnson and one of her teammates for the block. And it's 2-0 Belle Plaine. A little hop serve is over. When I say hop serve, it's kind of like a jump serve with 2 jumps. I've never seen anybody serve it like that before. And I think we have a net violation. No, take that back. It's a touch violation on Belle Plaine. It's their first touch violation of the set. And now Barnesville's on the board, trailing 2-1 here on the Ratzel's Wall scoreboard. Kenzie Scogan back to serve for the 4th time. It's her 4th trip to the service line. She's only had 1 serve on each of those trips, and she's 4 for 4 at the moment. And that one through the blockers and down. Emily Smith gets the kill. 2-2 is our scores. Barnesville's tied it up. Tied at 1, 4, 5, and 7 back in set 2. Tied at 1, 9, and 10 in set 1. Now we're tied at 2 for the first time here in set 3. Once again, Kenzie Scogan on the serve. That one's dug on the back line there by Rachel Johnson, and now sending it back over there was Swenson, and Swenson will get the kill, and it's back to a 3-2 lead here for Belle Plaine. Whether you're tuning in, cheering on the Trojans, or if you happen to find this stream and you're a Belle Plaine fan, we wish both your teams the best of luck in this tournament, and the winner of this one, the best of luck in tomorrow's game against an opponent to be determined. Middle of the net attack there for the Tigers. That one's dug out on a dive by Kenzie Scogan. Smith sends over a free ball. Tigers control it again, and that one's over. Newell digs it out. Beaver sets it up. Peterson through the blockers and down. Belle Peterson gets the point. We're tied at 3. That Belle Peterson down for 5 kills now. Going back to serve is Emily Smith. Smith's standing serve is over. Burgermeister will control it. It'll be set there by Switchenberg, and that one's over and down for a kill. 4-3 as Belle Plaine takes the lead. Burgermeister will go back and serve here, the sophomore defensive specialist. 3 for 3, 4 for 4 if this goes over, and it does, and it goes over for an ace. Or they're going to call it a touch violation. They're going to call it a touch violation. It's no ace. It's just a point for Belle Plaine. Third touch violation, one in each set. Now a service error by Burgermeister. 4 service errors in this match for the Tigers. As Burgermeister's now 4 for 5 on the serve, and on the flip side, it'll be Amelia Newell serving it for the 10th time. She has 2 aces on 9 serves. Now make it 10 for 10 with 2 aces. That one dug out by Newell, set up by Beaver for Belle Peterson, blocked at the net, kept alive by Scogan. Peterson will try again, send it over. Chasing after it there was Swenson. Sent it back over, Scogan. Beaver sends it over in 2, Swenson keeps it alive. Switchenberg will set it up, middle of the net, and it's down for a kill. It's Braxton Meyer on the kill. 6-3, take that back, 6-4. And Belle Plaine will serve it over. Couldn't quite see who it was. It was Rachel Johnson on the serve. Sent back over to the Tigers now as Johnson will control it. On the attack, Scogan digs it out, diving for it, and it'll fall to the floor. Emily Riddle will dive for it, and as a result, she kind of blocked the path of a couple of her teammates who maybe could have gotten that one. And it's now 7-4 in favor of Belle Plaine. Tigers have scored 3 in a row. Strand receives the serve, and it's sent over by Emily Riddle down for the kill. 7-5. Emily Riddle with only 3 kills according to my numbers, but I do have her down for 5 blocks as well. Serve from Kennedy Gray is over. Tigers had trouble controlling that one, send it back to the Trojans. Beaver sets up Scogan, it rolls on the tape of the net, and there'll be a touch violation. An unintentional touch violation, but a point for Belle Plaine nonetheless. Serving it up now is Kenzie Nordby. She's had a good night from the service line as well. She'll be 8 for 8 if this one goes over, and it just barely does. And it'll be a point as Barnesville on 3 touches could not get it back over the net. 9-5 now. And now they've scored 3 in a row since Barnesville's last point for the 2nd time in the last 8 points. In the last 8 points, it's the Tigers 6, the Trojans 2, and the Tigers got those 6 points on 2 3-0 runs, separated by a point by Barnesville. Sydney Strand touches up on the back line. Beaver will set it up. Riddle sends it over from the 10-foot line, controlled there. Switchenberg will set it up, blocked at the net. Emily Riddle and Beaver on the assist. Nine to 6. Sydney Strand back to serve. Strand's serve is over. Tack, blocked at the net, back over to the Tigers. Free ball for the Trojans. Beaver will set it up. Here comes Emily Smith, dug out by Burgermeister, nice job. Sent back over, tipped at the net, kept alive there by Kaylee Olson. Now they'll set it up for Scogan. Scogan finds the floor, and it's a kill, 9-7. Scogan with her 2nd kill. Serve goes back to Sydney Strand. She'll set up in the middle of the service line. Standing serve is into the net. Service error and a point for Belle Plaine. 2nd service error of the match for Barnesville, and the serve will now go into the hands of Braxton Meyer. 2 for 2 from the service line tonight. This will be her 3rd serve of the evening. Jump serve is over. Controlled there by couldn't see who controlled it. I think it was Kennedy Gray. And now a kill for Mackenzie Switchenberg. Here first. She's been setting up all the kills tonight. Now she gets her 1st kill. 11-7 our score. serve this time goes into the hands of Braxton Meyer. Middle of the net, Emily Smith. Dug out nicely there by Norby. Now Norby sends it over on the third touch, dug out by Strand. Beaver will set it up for Scogan. Nice one-handed dig out on the left hand, on the left fist by Rachel Johnson. Back over to the Trojans now. Middle of the net attack from Emily Smith is dug out nicely by Johnson. They'll set it up there, and it's down to the floor. It's a kill for Brianna Swanson. 12-7 our score now in favor of the Belle Plaine Tigers. Jump serve is over. Beaver on the second touch, sets it up for Emily Smith, who gets the kill. Serve this time will go to Rumley Beaver. Beaver's serve is over, controlled by the Tigers. They'll set it up from middle of the net attack, out of bounds, point Barnesville. Twelve to 9, Barnesville's within 3. It's not a bad deficit. It's just that Barnesville's not been able to recover, and they send the serve into the net. And now it's 13 to 9. That's their third service error of the night. Four-point advantage is no, check that, it was not number 4. Back over to the Tigers side. Now free ball back over to Barnesville. Dug out by Strand. Beaver bump set at the net. Emily Smith sends it over, and I thought that whistle was on our court, but apparently it was on the other one. The volley will continue. Nice dig out there by Sydney Strand. Bad angle at the net, off the net. Beaver couldn't control it. It'll go in the books as a point for the Tigers, and it's 14 to 9. Mackenzie Switchenberg will go back and serve here for the Tigers. She'll do that double hop at the middle of the service line and send it over successfully. Beaver sets it up for Emily Smith. Beaver digs it out on the block on the Smith attack, and now back over to Barnesville. And the miscommunication there between Newell and Scogan, and they'll follow the floor, and a free point now here for Belle Plaine, and it's 15 to 9. Barnesville will talk it over. They'll take a timeout. We will too. We'll be back in just a moment here on Magnitude Sports.
Your family, your friends, our community. At Midwest Bank of Barnesville, these cornerstones of family, friends, and community is the very heart of Midwest Bank. Whether it's help in expanding the family farm, building, remodeling, or purchasing your new home, or supporting our local schools, Midwest Bank is here because you are our family, you are our friends, and this is our community. Midwest Bank, banking your way on South Front Street, Barnesville. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Over on court 1 in the 2A semifinal, it's Pequot Lakes leading 9-6 over Concordia Academy. They have a 2-0 lead in the semifinal. Keep you updated on that one. Over here, it's 15 to 9 in favor of the Belle Plaine Tigers, leading 2-0. The Tigers have the serve coming out of the Barnesville timeout. Mackenzie Switchenberg will have the serve. Whistle will blow. And Switchenberg will do that double hop from the middle of the service line. Dug out by Strand. Beaver sets it up. Emily Smith. And they have to chase after it, and they cannot get it. Emily Smith will get the kill. It's 15 to 10 as the Trojans break into double digits. The Trojans need 15 points to keep their season going into set 4, while Belle Plaine needs 10 to put an end to Barnesville's season. And number 10, Scogan, sends it over. Near side attack, hits the tape as it goes over the net and takes a weird ricochet, and it completely avoided every Trojan who tried to make a touch on it, and it bounces over the back wall into the Zamboni hallway. 16-10. Once again, we're here at the XL Energy Center. We're in row 4, seats 7 and 8. On the side where the Colorado Avalanche attack twice, score twice, and the Wild shoot once here at the XL Energy Center. For any Belle Plaine people who might be tuning in, everybody, or at least 90% of our Barnesville fans, know that I'm a Colorado Avalanche fan, and I've been to the XL Energy Center for 9 games featuring the Wild and Avalanche. And the Avalanche have won most of those. They'll fall for a point for Belle Plaine. It's 17-10 now. So the air goes into the net. 13-6 in favor of Pequot Lakes. Make that 14-6 as they just scored in set number 3. Right here it's 17-10. Serve is over. Emily Smith on the attack. Dugout. Tigers control it. Going on the attack now is Ackerman. Was that tipped? It was. It's a kill for Ackerman. Number 3 has 3 kills according to my notice. Brianna Swenson will check out. And checking in is Laurie Rude. She is a senior right side hitter. She'll go back and serve it. It's her first appearance in this match. Rude will dig it out, and the Belle Plaine bench goes wild and a kill. That was pretty cool. Paige Ackerman got the kill, and the entire team went back and gave Laurie Rude a hug, because it was her bump, that her dig out, that allowed that point to happen. So it's like they gave an honorary point to her. And it lands for an ace. Holy smokes. Like any further back and it would have been a service error out of bounds. It hit the back side of the white tape. And it's an ace serve here for Laurie Rude. 3 for 3 if this one goes over. And on the far side there, the Tiger fans are on their feet cheering on the senior right side hitter. It's 21-10. Out of bounds, 21-11. Cannot get that to happen twice. Serve from Emily Smith. Rude makes first contact. And now Rude sends it into the net on an attacking error. Point Barnesville, 21-12. Jada Bonchitz enters into the lineup here for Barnesville as Emily Smith goes back on the serve. Burgermeister digs it out. Tacked from the 10-foot line, sent over by Ackerman, dug out by Scogan. Smith sends it over, Ackerman dugs it out. And now going on the attack, it's blocked at the net by Emily Riddle, and it's a point for Barnesville. 21-13 is our score. .13, and it landed on the line. It's another point for Belle Plaine. And it's now 22-13 for the Tigers. And they are 3 points shy from a 5th place matchup here at the 2022 State AA Volleyball Tournament. Brooke Burgermeister, a sophomore defensive special, playing the libero in the black jersey, serves it over. 7 for 7 serving for Burgermeister. And now another point to Belle Plaine as a lift, a touch violation is called on Barnesville. It is their 5th touch violation of the match. And it is now 23-13 as the Tigers take a 10-point advantage. Burgermeister at the standing serve, dug out in front of the back line there by the Trojans. And now Emily Riddle will get the kill. It has not been an easy 6 sets for Barnesville here in the state tournament. They've played the 1 seed and the 4 seed. And the common theme in all 6 of the sets is Barnesville hang tough until about that 8-9 point area when the opposite team would start to pull away with it. Emily Riddle and Beaver combined with another block and assist. 23-15 now. As the Trojans have scored 3 in a row. This is Amelia Newell serving. Serve is over. Switchenberg will set it up for a near side attack and another one. Oh no, it did get through the block of Emily Riddle, and the kill will go to Sierra Faje, a senior outside hitter. And it is match point for Belle Plaine. And the Barnesville Trojans season, barring a miracle comeback here, will come to a conclusion with 20 wins and 11 losses. Beaver sets it up, middle of the attack. Riddle gets it through, and the Barnesville sticks around for a little bit longer. 24-16. Kennedy Gray serving. That serve is into the net, and the Barnesville season comes to a conclusion on a service error. Their 4th of the match, and that'll do it. 25-16, your final in set number 3. And the 2 teams will meet at the net, and they'll shake hands, and that will do it. Our coverage will continue next Friday when the Barnesville football team takes on Jackson County Central in the semifinal. That will be held at US Bank Stadium, and we'll have that game for you here on Magnitude Sports. It'll be a radio broadcast like it was today. 25-20, 25-17, and 25-16, your final score. Once again, thanks to all of our sponsors who have made Barnesville Volleyball possible this season. That includes Barnesville Senex, hosting our pregame show. As the Barnesville fans are on their feet, giving their team some cheers. Barnesville Senex, the Pitchfork, Dean's Bulk Service, Willow Creek Insurance, Purple Goose Eatery and Drinkery, Midwest Bank, Priority Real Estate Agent Josh Wiechek, Barnesville Booster Club, Ratzo's Pool Hall, Barnesville Internet, Barnesville Drug and Hardware, and Ball Green Construction. If it wasn't for them, we would not be here during the regular season, we would not be here during the section tournaments, and we would not be here during the state tournament. The Barnesville Trojans volleyball team had a fantastic season that started with a rough start, and it ended with a rough pair of games as well. And but nothing to hang their heads about. They didn't get a win here, not even in a set at the state tournament, but they did make it to the state tournament, and they had to play some very tough competition. Some competition that if you were to put them up against the other teams from 8AA, I have reason to believe the outcome would have been exactly identical if any of the other 8AA teams would have played Pequot Lakes and Belle Plaine back-to-back. The 1 seed and the 4 seed, the Barnesville Trojans, end their season 20 wins and 11 losses. The Belle Plaine Tigers will move on to the Constellation Championship tomorrow with a record of 26-7. Thanks so much for tuning in. We certainly appreciate it. Once again, coming up next Friday, the Barnesville Trojans and the Jackson County Central in the State AA football semifinal from US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. We'll head over the bridge and set up our equipment there, and we'll talk to you in just shy of a week.
Seating has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Network. Don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and visit our website at magnitudesn.com for a schedule of our upcoming broadcasts.